Welcome back to another Tiermaker, and this one's back to food-related stuff. I've done a few that are movie-related. I was trying to think of one that's food-related that I haven't done yet, and Captain Riz in the chat a few days ago said, what about sodas? And it's like, I had that on my list of potential ideas for Tiermakers. I have a little list on my phone that I every once in a while I'm like, ooh, that should be a Tiermaker. And then sometimes the lists don't exist, and sometimes they do. But sodas, I thought that's going to be a tough one because there's a lot of sodas out there. But I found, after only looking for 2 or 3 lists, I found a pretty good list, and here it is. It's not too long. It covers pretty much all the bases. Chat, please let me know in advance, if you're looking at this, if there's any egregious misses in this list. We've got Surge, we've got Tab, we've got Hawaiian Punch, we've got Grape Crush, we've got Coke, Diet Coke, Lime Diet Coke, we got Barks, we got A&W, we got A&W Cream Soda. There's a pretty good spread in this list without it being 500 titles. So 500 sodas. Titles. God. I've got work on the brain at 11:30 at night. How many titles are we shipping next month? Okay. So we're going to rank sodas tonight, and I hope you're ready because I am very, very ready. Chat, I'm ready to flip shit if you don't like my favorite sodas. Guess what? There's always a couple that are going to trigger the chat. So get ready. The Beverly is a carbonated soft drink marketed as a non-alcoholic aperitif that was produced by Coca-Cola for the Italian market. Does that still exist? Because I'm mad if it did exist when I was in Italy about 10 years ago that I didn't get to try it. Dr. Pee-Pee, F tier. It's bitter citrus. Ew. Okay. We're not going to talk about that. What we are going to talk about are the sodas that are on this list. And S+, okay, whoever made this list is like, they got a little queue with stuff. So I had to change some things around. We always do the same rankings on these for me. It's dark, the brightest green is S tier. Best of the best. And then working your way down to the red, which is F tier. And then if I haven't had it, I put it down in the haven't had. We're going to start with haven't had because I think that's easy to do. There's a few that I haven't had. Well, let's knock those out real quick. Whatever this Cactus Cooler is, I need to Google that real quick. What is Cactus Cooler? I don't think I've ever had it. It's discontinued. It may still be available in very, very small markets in California. It was reportedly inspired by Fred Flintstone, had notes of orange and pineapple. I would like to try it, but I have never had it, so that's a never had. Anybody in chat? Have you ever had Cactus Cooler? We've got a couple people in chat, as you can see over here, that are verbally sparring. They're already complaining to each other about things. This is good. I want it. I want the rage. I'm just kidding. All right, what else have I not had? Ginger ale and lemonade from Canada Dry. I've not. I've had a Canada Dry. I've not had a ginger ale with lemonade. We're gonna put that in there. I'm old enough to have had Crystal Pepsi. What is this Mountain Dew? I've got to zoom in on it. I don't recognize this can. Live Wire. I have not had Live Wire Mountain Dew. That's gonna have to go up here. Chat. What am I missing? Whiz. I'm reading wrong. My eyes. Captain Riz says, Wheeler, you don't understand. It's on site. Oh, I know. It's on site. Y'all have been saying this for months. Whiz. Captain Whiz. Just blurt it out. Sometimes the quality just oozes out of me. No, I'm just fucking with you. Crystal Pepsi at the Western Sizzlin'. Crystal Pepsi. It's legit. Ginger ale is the most mid fucking soft drink ever. We'll get into that. Okay. Schweppes ginger ale. All right, so here's the thing. Can I honestly say I've had Schweppes ginger ale? No. I have had the other ginger ale that's on this list. Where is it? The Canada Dry ginger ale. I've had that. I can't say I've had Schweppes ginger ale. Is it any different from Canada Dry? I don't know, and I don't care. I've had Surge, I've had Wild Cherry Pepsi, everything else in this list. Orange. Okay, first of all, your soft drink, I know it's mostly down in the South / Latin America, or it's Orangina. Okay, it's Orangina. I don't want to drink something called Orangina. Why is it called Orangina? Why? Oh, it's from France. Because I've only seen it like in Mexico. I don't think I've ever seen it. It's in France? Yeah, sure enough. Why is it called Orangina? That I want to say I thought I've had it before. I don't know that I have. Maybe I've had it, but I don't recall it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down there. All ginger ale is D tier. All right, we're working on it. We're working on it. I'll have some of that, says Chef. Bag, very orangey. Orange-ussy. Bag of rye, you've had Orangina. Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Not reading the rest of that. Not finishing the rest of that. Orangina is the French pronunciation. Don't give me that. It's Orangina. Stop. Orange. There, you finished it. Okay. The rest of this. Oh, wait. What's that squirt? It's like a red squirt. What is it? Ruby. Oh, I've had Ruby Red Squirt. Okay, we'll get to that one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. 7-Up. I want to talk about 7-Up compared with Sprite and Sierra Mist because I think they all three are trying to do the same thing and we need to talk about them together. Is there any... Okay, Squirt and Ruby Red Squirt. Squirt is kind of 7-Up-y, but it's way more lemon. But we'll talk about it in the same breath. We'll put those all together. Let's start with 7-Up. 7-Up, we've raised our standards, so up yours. 7-Up is the original. And I'm going to say it is B tier. Mixes well with alcohol. Not that I drink anymore, but it mixes well with alcohol. It's not bad. When you're not feeling good, when your stomach's upset, Grandma brings you some 7-Up and some soda crackers. It's for us old people. Not a boomer. Sierra Mist is 7-Up, but more sugar. That's why I rate it higher. 7-Up to me isn't very sweet. And look, as I've gotten older, some sweeter drinks are too sweet for me now. Stuff like, I was talking about this earlier, Mountain Dew. I used to drink them big slams. Now, like half of a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew, and I'm pouring it out. Like, I just can't handle it. But Sierra Mist versus 7-Up. It's a little bit sweeter, and I like that. Neither one of them has caffeine. We'll go ahead and we'll say. Fresca too. Oh yeah, so hey, Fresca, we'll put Fresca in here. We'll talk about Fresca as well. Sprite, I'm going to put Sprite slightly above 7-Up, but not as high as Sierra Mist. And I like Sierra Mist more than the other two, but I'll be honest, it's been so long since I've seen a Sierra Mist. Do they even make it anymore? Let's look that up. If they do, it's not been in any fountain drinks or anywhere down south here. Sierra Mist is back now with real sugar. So it's been gone for a while. It's good to be back. Look at that. Sierra Mist exists again. Good. I should go get some. I love Sierra Mist. Sierra Mist above all three. Chef, you're with me. You're with me. Riz says 7-Up does it best. Sprite second. Sierra Mist third. No. Flip those. I'll take any. Sprite is S tier. Come on, bro. What are you, LeBron James? Didn't he do all them Sprite commercials for like 5 years? Sprite's good. Sprite's good. Okay. Bag of rye. I said your name right for once. Don't you feel special? You said Fresca. I say F tier. Get that shit out of my face. Fresca? Really? I'd rather drink a sparkling water that has no flavor than a Fresca. I hate Fresca. Fresca doesn't have the courage to actually taste like anything. F tier. You gotta quench that thirst. Bag agrees. Bago, I love you. Thank you so much. Fresca is a sweetened La Croix, but it's not even really that sweet. There's like a little hint of sweet, but it's not. Oh god, Frescas are gross. I've drank it twice, and both times, like the first time I was like, what the hell? And then the second time was years later, and it's like, someone gave me a Fresca, or it's like, oh, I have a Fresca. Like, I remember the last time I had one of these, and maybe I was in a different mood or something. The fuck is this? Who cans this? Who puts this in a can and sells it? I'm sorry, I don't like Fresca at all. Now, Squirt is very lemony. It's almost too lemony. But every once in a while, it's kind of fun to drink a Squirt. I'm going to put it as a low B for now. It might move down into a high C. Ruby Red Squirt, I have to put as a C. Again, kind of fun to drink. I'm not a big fan of grapefruit. But there's something about Ruby Red Squirt that's kind of neat. Every once in a while, you're like, yeah, you know what? I'll drink a Ruby Red Squirt. Very carbonated, very bubbly. That's one thing I like about Squirt, is it's so carbonated and so lemony that there's no lemon lime. It's pretty much straight lemon, and it's different, and you can't find it in too many places. It's like La Croix. So I've had 3 La Croix today because I worked from our office, and the filtered water machine was broken. So I drank 3 lime La Croix. I don't like La Croix. As a rule, most of them are pretty gross. But the lime one is, it's, if you squint your mouth a little, it tastes a bit like 7-Up. Every other flavor, there's like one other flavor I could tolerate, and Sergeant Angry told me about it for La Croix. We could do sparkling water sometime. That's probably a separate Tiermaker. So I won't get into it. Not right now. I love Squirt. Yes, Cloud. Yes. It's LaCroix. It's La Croix. And you have to hold your pinky out. La Croix. The fuck is that? Orange Mountain Dew? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Orange Mountain Dew. What are you talking about? I don't see an Orange Mountain Dew on this list. You don't like strawberry dipped in soda water? Livewire Orange. Oh, that. Yeah, I've never had it. I don't even know that it still exists. Croissant. La Croix. Hey, Croissant, do you drink La Croix? Okay. Cherry 7-Up. I can't put it any higher than original 7-Up. I can't. I like cherry 7-Up. I do. But I like cherry flavored sodas in general. I like black cherry flavored stuff. Big time. There's something about cherry 7-Up. It's pretty good. If you want a 7-Up, just get a 7-Up. Like, the cherry doesn't really change it that much. I'm talking about I haven't had one. Yeah. I have not. Barbecue flavored Mountain Dew. Oh my god. My mouth just went... Ugh. Sprite cranberry. Nah, 7-Up cranberry. 7-Up cran. Well, just pour cranberry juice and some vodka. Oh, hey, okay. Where else am I here? Is there anything else that fits under this 7-Up Sierra Mist style? I think we're pretty good here. Let's do Jolt and Surge. Let's do these two. These are meme drinks in a can. They were a thing when I was younger. I think Jolt is still available. I don't think Surge is. Surge, I want to say, was someone's response to Jolt. Jolt was like, all the sugar, twice the caffeine. Like, that was their phrase. Jolt Cola, as a cola, doesn't taste very good. But it had a purpose, and it was an energy drink before energy drinks existed. I'm going to rate it as a low C. For that. But taste-wise, nah, wasn't good. Surge was worse. It was kind of like Windex. It was like if Mountain Dew had been sitting out, and then they rebubbled it, recarbonated it, and put it back in the fridge. And something was off about Surge. It was almost like a Mountain Dew with a Squirt blended in a little bit. It was too much of something, and it's not very drinkable. You could drink Jolt Cola. It just has this weird aftertaste. Surge was like a fucked up Mountain Dew. Surge came back. Did it go away? I don't know. Surge is still around, I think. Oh, man. I would like to try one again just to see if my mouth can handle it. That Warzone game's the most fun I've had in this month. Well, Cloud, I'm glad I was there for it, and you were going off. And I got that clip of that sick-ass snipe, so go check it under my clips. Livewire wasn't bad, says Corsair. Close to a generic orange soda with more carbonation. Interesting. Mountain Dew would make something closer to an orange soda. Can we do all Mountain Dews? Yeah, I'll knock those out next. Surge made your pee-pee smaller. Jolt Cola was insane. I drank 2 20-ounce on a car trip and passed out for 3 days from a caffeine crash. Jolt Cola was strong. Like, I'm telling you, energy drinks before energy drinks were a thing. Cloud says, cherry cola, Coca-Cola coffee tastes so good. Okay, we're gonna do... If I do the Mountain Dews, then we've got to... Oh, yeah, no, we'll get the Mountain Dews in here. Because Mountain Dew and Code Red and Mellow Yellow. Is there any other drinks that are going to be in the Mountain Dew bucket? No, that's pretty much it. We get to colas, we'll do straight up colas. We're going to try to do the Crushes and Fantas together. And all of the Punch, Hawaiian Punch and Minute Maid Lemonade. We'll do all those together. Then we'll do all the Cokes together. We'll do... Actually, you know what? While I'm talking about it, let's just knock out Canada Dry, because to me, ginger ale is kind of in the same space as like a 7-Up, except it's fucking terrible and it deserves to be F tier. Hey, I'll take a ginger ale. Said no one cool ever. Come at me, ginger ale bros and sisses. Come on, come at me. What? 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 You love your ginger ale? Cool. You can like bad stuff. When there is an aluminum can shortage in this country, which there was at the start of the pandemic, because we were told there were some sodas that weren't available because Coca-Cola stopped making them for a while because they needed to focus on their prime brands. When that happens again, they can take every form of ginger ale and blow them to the fucking moon. I don't need them. Take that aluminum and put it on a real drink. That's not Canada Dry. Ginger ale. I haven't had ginger ale with lemonade. It's probably F tier too. Probably. All right, that's a little hot takey. Okay. All right, a little lava. But that doesn't change my opinion. Canada Dry. Ginger ale. It's fucking terrible. In my day, we didn't have energy drinks. You're right, Chef. We didn't. Had you taken off the market, the concentration of caffeine was too high. So are you telling me Jolt is no longer available? Because I want to say I've seen it somewhere before. But who knows? It might have been some mom and pop convenience store. Fuck your brother. Crush grape. Ginger ale is what I drink when my tummy hurts. That's my grandma would give me 7-Up. I mean, ginger ale probably serves the same purpose, except it tastes like medicine. And why would you do that to yourself? Ginger's a fine spice, but I don't like it enough to just drink it. Fair point. Ginger mixed into food, recipes, etc. Sure. I just don't like ginger root like as a thing. Like, here's some ginger flavored chews. A little goes a long way on that stuff. Ginger's good for digestion. All right. Thank you, chat. We're gonna keep moving along. Mountain Dew. Man, this is a tough one. I already kind of gave away that I can't drink a full 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew anymore. And it's not that my stomach hurts. It's just my tolerance for the flavor isn't what it used to be. I drank too much Mountain Dew when I was in college. And after college. It was what woke me up. Again, before energy drinks. And I don't do coffee. I don't really like hot drinks in general. Like, I'll drink an Irish breakfast tea once in a while. Mountain Dew was my lifeblood for years. I was hooked on caffeine. I still do caffeine now. In fact, more than I used to. But not as much as I used to really do. Mountain Dew Big Slams got me through college. They got me through the first couple years of working in a corporate environment because I could not get up in time to be at work at 8 without it. I couldn't. I would stop and buy. I would buy them in like 6-packs of Big Slams, and I would drink them on the way to work to wake up. Having said that, now Mountain Dew is... I have to give it its props, all right? Mountain Dew is a high A for me because it was my first real love for a soda. And Mellow Yellow was what I had when I worked at Taco John's. We didn't have Mountain Dew on tap. We had Mellow Yellow. I drank a lot of it, but not because I liked it. Mellow Yellow is a Mountain Dew ripoff, but it's not horrible, so we're going low C. Okay, I'll even put it ahead of Jolt Cola. Oh, I will. Okay, ahead of Ruby Red Squirk. I'm not a big fan of grapefruit. But I can't go any higher than that. And if anything else lands in a C, it's going ahead of Mellow Yellow. I can already tell you that. All right, am I too sensitive to sugar now? There's a lot of sugar in Mountain Dew. My God, there's a lot of sugar in it. One 20-ounce bottle is 270 calories for a 20-ounce bottle. 270. That's insane. And it is too much. It's actually too much for most people. I think just people get used to drinking something with a lot of sugar in it. But I have to give it its respect. I have to give it the props that it deserves for being what it is. And nothing else out there tastes like it. Now we talk about Code Red. This is such a tough one for me because I like Code Red. I can't rate it higher than the original. I know some of y'all in chat are probably going to say it's better than the original. I can't rate it that highly, but if you rate it that highly, I respect your opinion. I won't tell you you're wrong. It's a low B for me. But again, it's one of those things where a can, at the most, a 20-ounce bottle, no way. I couldn't handle it. It's just too much. For all these flavors, it was just one flavor. That's right. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. A&W is the only one that should be at the top. We'll get to that. We'll get to the root beers. That's breakfast right there. If you put Code Red under B, I'm never going to talk to you. Okay. Bottled Code Red is better than in a can. Okay, I can hear that. I can hear that. Hey, I've lost friends over these tier makers. But then they come right back. It's just, you know, drama. I'm never talking to you again. Riz, how many times have you all capped me? Like you're going to here on a couple of these. I know it's a joke. I'm just kidding. Okay, root beers. Now, are you a mug maniac? Are you an A&W fan? Are you a Barks person? This might be the most controversial section of this. Mug root beer is the worst of these. It's the worst, but it's not bad. If you hand me a mug, I'm going to drink it because I love all root beers. I was thinking C, but I'm like, I can't. It's got to be up here. It's got to be up here. Mug is good. A&W's better. A&W is an A. Even now, A&W. And by the way, an A&W float on some vanilla ice cream and some A&W. Fuck. For real. You kidding me? Barks, I'm only rating a tiny bit lower than A&W. Because honestly, flavor-wise, I do think A&W has the best flavor of all of them. But Barks has caffeine, baby. And that goes a long ways. And then lastly, the cream soda for A&W. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I fucking love A&W cream soda, and I don't get it enough. I don't. Cream soda in general is so good. A&W cream soda is amazing. Oh my God, I want a cream soda right now. I want one so bad. How do I try? Can I order like a 12-pack on Amazon of A&W cream sodas, please? Can I do that? I want one so bad. Harry Hare's here. Mug, only S tier drink. Harry, I know. I should have known as soon as I said mug, you just appear out of the ether. I'm a mug maniac. I can't drink. Okay, I have yelled at you the correct amount, says Riz. Thank you. I can't drink root beer anymore. I've drank too much. It tastes pretty bad for me now. So kind of like you with me with Mountain Dew. You just kind of killed it. I can still drink a little Mountain Dew. A&W is supreme. Mug is awful. It's not bad. Mug's not bad. It's the least of all of them for me. Mug is it's kind of dollar store version of root beer. I'm sorry, it is. Still pretty good though. Barks is the worst. How dare you? No, it's not. Needs the caffeine. Chef, honestly, I'm not a big root beer guy. There, I said it. That's okay. Not everyone has to be, dude. How does it feel to be so wrong? I'm not. Mug, only S tier drink. Your first correct opinion. What, putting cream soda at the top? I will agree on this one. Oh my God, cream soda, bringing it. Y'all are giving the love for the cream soda. We'll agree. All right, Harry and Drake are watching. I love it. Thank y'all. Okay. Oh, Big Red. I should have done Big Red when I did Squirt, maybe? God, it's... I don't really care for Big Red. Like, it's not terrible. Big Red probably needs to be talked about along with the Orange Crush, Fanta Cherry or Strawberry, whatever that is, and yeah, we'll talk about those next because I feel like Big Red's kind of in that space, even though it's not technically a fruit, right? Let's look at Big Red. What is Big Red supposed to taste like? Chat, do y'all know this one? Big Red is at least it's red flavored. That doesn't say shit. Big Red is a cream soda. Yeah, they can call it whatever they want. As a red cream soda. Now, Big Peach. I drank some Big Peach when I was younger. I don't feel like it's a red cream soda. That's the problem. Like, I drink it and it's kind of blasphemy for them to call that a cream soda. Honestly. Again, it's not horrible. But don't taunt me with cream soda and then give me that. It's breaking my heart. Red flavor. It's like that Two Bears, One Cave podcast with Bert Kreischer. When he's drinking all the Kool-Aid and he's like, what flavor is it? Red. It's a cream soda, no wonder I like it so much. So you're a big fan of Big Red. Massive peach. Give me that peach. Give me the peach. It tastes red. I can say it doesn't taste red. It's red. Look, you can make the case for Big Red being up higher, especially because I rated A&W cream soda so high. I just don't compare the two at all. Toka with a gifted sub to Harry Hair, 224.
Tokaboy0824 gifted a tier 1 sub to Harry
Gallon of
Hair.
Kool-Aid.
They have given 224 gift subs in the channel.
And Tom just laughing, like almost cry laughing. We'll have to watch that in a minute. When the Tiermaker's over, we'll watch it if you haven't seen it. It's like 6 minutes, and it is fucking hysterical. Go look it up. Two Bears, One Cave, Kool-Aid. You can look it up now. If you're watching this on YouTube, go look it up after the video's over. All right, we'll get moving. Okay, where are we? Fanta. So Big Red technically is a cream soda, so thank you for that, Kois. But I will start with the oranges. Orange Crush. Orange Crush. Oh, yeah, give me that Orange Crush. Who doesn't like an orange soda every once in a while? I gotta put it below Mountain Dew. I think it's above Sierra Mist and Sprite. I honestly do. I don't drink it very often, but I would if I had access to it more frequently. I would say Orange Fanta is pretty good, but it's more like a B. It's more like a B. Given a choice, I like Orange Crush better. Is it because it has more sugar? Maybe. But they're not bad. I would drink an Orange Fanta. You give me an Orange Fanta right now, I drink it. I'm happy. Not complaining. Sunkissed is Sparkling Sunny D. Sunkissed isn't on... Oh, there's Sunkissed! Oh, dude. Sunkissed and Crush, though. They're both kind of up there. I drank a lot of Sunkissed when I was a kid, and then Crush came out later, and I drank more Crush than I drank Sunkissed. I'm going to put Sunkissed close, though, because they're really comparable to me. Fanta, I don't think it has as much sugar. Give me that sugar. Trash. Sparkling Sunny D. You man landers need to appreciate strawberry flavored drinks more. Strawberry Fanta is better than Orange Fanta. Oh, yeah. I'm even going to put it above Orange Crush. There aren't a lot of strawberry sodas out there, and Fanta strawberry to me is better than Fanta Orange. And I would even say you put two cans in front of me, and that's how I'm rating all of these. You put two sodas in front of me. Which one am I going to take first? Fanta Strawberry, Orange Crush? I'm taking the strawberry. I'm taking the Fanta Strawberry. Strawberry is red flavored. You're going to stay on that, aren't you? I would blow bubbles in orange Kool-Aid for the effect before drinking Sunkissed again. I'm sorry that you have such bad taste. Grape Crush is the last of these. And Grape Crush, I'm not big on grape sodas. I'm going to have it C tier. I'm sorry. I'm just not big on grape sodas. I'm just not. That's a personal taste thing, though. It's almost like it's almost like it's not the soda's fault that I'm rating it this low. It's not the soda's fault. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You know what? We'll go ahead and put it as a high B. Or a low B. Low B. Low B. We'll be respectful. Grape Crush tastes fine. It's the least of all of those fruit-flavored sodas for sure. Riz says Grape Crush S tier. Grape anything is a travesty. See? You two are at each other's throats again. It's on site, right? These are fine, but Blue Moon is terrible with an orange slice? Yeah, dude. Anytime you have to add fruit to a beer to make it drinkable, get that shit out of here. Beer should just be drinkable as beer. Better put an orange slice in it. No. How about you make a beer that doesn't need a damn piece of a fruit accessory? I gotta carry like a pouch of fruit with me everywhere I go. Not big on grape soda, but love grape juice. Okay. White grape juice I like. That doesn't have to be racial. Fake grape is garbage. Yeah. Who doesn't carry a pouch of fruit with them? Okay. Let's get the weird ones out of here. Okay. Oh, wait. Hawaiian Punch belongs up here with Big Red. But a little bit above Big Red. Hawaiian Punch is pretty good. God, I gotta put it higher than C. Shit, I do. Yeah, I gotta kind of have it up here. I gotta have it mid B. I haven't had Hawaiian Punch in so long. And it is red flavored. You see it says right there, fruit juicy red. It's red. What flavor is it? Red. I hate Fanta, not gonna lie. Fanta's off-brand crush. Yes! I'm with you most of the way. But Fanta strawberry, not gonna lie. It's really good shit. Y'all don't carry a bag of fruit everywhere you go. I mean, Chef, if anyone here does, you should. Red is the flavor. Yeah, no, it is. It is. Hawaiian Punch plus whiskey equals eternal darkness. I can honestly say, in all of my years of drinking, I never once had Hawaiian Punch mixed with whiskey. I did have peach-flavored Gatorade mixed with vodka. Don't ever mix peach-flavored Gatorade with vodka. You want to mix... There's your tip of the day. Crush came first before Fanta? I didn't know that. For me, in my market, Sunkist was... Well, Crush and Fanta, yeah, but Sunkist was something that we had access to before Crush. Orange Crush didn't exist in my neighborhood, in my market. It was Sunkist, was the only orange soda we had. So when Orange Crush came, it was like, hell yeah, and we jumped on that. I know what I'm doing tomorrow night. Yeah! Hawaiian Punch and whiskey. What kind of whiskey? Fireball? Fireball's not a real whiskey. That's a different Tiermaker. Okay, now, let's keep getting the weird ones out. Lemonade. Minute Maid lemonade. Yeah. I'm not a lemonade guy. I don't mind a squirt once in a while. I don't like canned lemonade. I just don't. It's... Or Arnold Palmer's. Like, ugh. No thanks. Mid! Thank you. Thank you, Soma. I'm putting it slightly below mid. Crush was in 1911. Holy shit. Really? Yeah, it wasn't... Whatever, in my little town in North Dakota, didn't have whatever bottling company. They didn't really ever distribute it in our area. So, peach, Gatorade, and vodka until I re-enter the Shadow Realm. You have to mix peach, Gatorade, and vodka at 50-50 and equal mix. And then you have to pour it in the shape of a pentagram on your carpet. Okay. Y'all are giving me history lessons in the chat, and that's cool. I appreciate it. All right. Where are we on the rest of these weird sodas? I feel like Crystal Pepsi needs to be over here with Pepsi. Oh, Tab. Yeah, Tab. Now we've got Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb. We'll get to those. Tab needs to be in here, and come on. You don't drink Tab unironically. You don't. Find me someone who does. And I'll point... Find me someone who can drink a Tab unironically, and I'll show you a boomer. Alright? That shit was sold and marketed to boomers as a diet drink. It's disgusting. Y'all know it in chat too. I don't need to hear any of you defending. Please, chat, defend Tab to me just one time. I want to see it. Tab is Dr. Pepper tier, which is F. Thank you. I won't be able to feel my legs. Hey, stream it. I ironically drink Tab daily. No, you don't. Is Tab the Uncola? Is that what they called it? Seven Up was the Uncola. I was like, wait a minute. RC Cola tastes like, oh, we'll get to RC Cola in a minute. Don't cheat ahead. Funny thing, Tab was in 1972. Yeah, boomer drink. Robotron, there you go. Good. Drinking Dr. Pepper right now. Don't let Riz see that. Riz has been very, very vocal about Dr. Pepper before we even started this. We'll get to that in a minute. So, okay, what do we have left that's a little weird? Because everything else down here is colas. Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Crystal Pepsi, Wild Cherry Pepsi, RC Cola Shasta are kind of the one-offs. Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb. We'll finish with Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb because we obviously have some opinionated folks in the chat on those two. Coca-Cola, Diet Coke with lime, Cherry Coke, Vanilla Coke, Coke Zero. Okay, I think we're in a good place to finish this out, folks. You ready? 90% of those are all under Coca-Cola. Where's Diet Dr. Pepper? It's not on here. I guess they decided... This is probably somebody who doesn't live in the South, right? Dr. Pepper is not as easy to find up north, although it's gotten easier to find. I think their distribution's gotten better over the years. All right. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Right here, behind my head. Do you really want to fuck with the original? Like, honestly. Where would colas be without Coca-Cola? Where would they be? I'll zoom out a bit so you can see the rest of the list. Coca-Cola. I'm not going to put it above A&W cream soda. I can't. For me, off this entire list, I would take a cream soda and I would chuck it at every Coca-Cola can I could find. But Coca-Cola is the OG. You know exactly what you're getting with it. Ever since they tried to fuck with the recipe with new Coke and then they brought the old Coke back. A Mexican Coke with cane sugar? Come on, man. You cannot mess with that. It is unassailable. It is the titan of the entire soda industry. Still, to this day. Because it's not the best flavored of all of them. I can't even say it is. Oh, in terms of colas, it is. But in terms of sodas, like some of these might actually taste better. Coca-Cola is where it is for a reason. And it has been a consistent, and it is... I'm at a place and it's like, well, we have Coke, Diet Coke, Pepsi, Sprite, 7-Up, whatever. Coke. It's simple choice. Every single time. And when it's in a fountain drink, a little bit of ice melts a little bit, carbonation mellows out just a little bit, bam. Coca-Cola. It is what it is. And this is respect on top of respect. All right. First, no-brainer. Thank you, Toko. Love that classic cocaine. Hey, I wish I was old enough to know what it was like when it had Coke in it. Actual Coke. The fact that it's still called Coca-Cola. They're not even ashamed of it. You know, other companies would be like, we better hide the fact that we had cocaine in our soda. They're like, Coca-Cola, the official drink of Tony Montana. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. And I kind of like that. Catching up a chat. 6 of 10, they should put cocaine back in. They should. They should. Stardust Cola was the best. I've never had Stardust Cola. Coke is good. I mean, you can't argue with Coca-Cola, especially Mexican Coke from Mexico. Whiskey and peanuts. No one drinks Stardust Cola. I've never even heard of it. It deserves respect, but that alone doesn't make it S tier. Be it best. That's a fair argument. But to make a soda tier list and not give... look. Of all of these sodas on here, if you say, hey, I'm gonna get you. Okay, maybe it's a Southern thing too, and I've lived here long enough to know that people call everything a Coke. Want me to get you a Coke? Yeah, what kind? Dr. Pepper. Like, that's the running joke. But Coke down here is the way people say pop up north. Coke is like saying Band-Aid instead of bandage, or Kleenex instead of facial wipe or whatever. It is synonymous. And I'll tell you, I've drank my fair share of Coca-Cola. Fountain drinks, it's one of my first choices. So that's the thing. Canned, it's almost too carbonated for me, but on a fountain drink, it's tough to beat it. I'm sorry. And Coke floats, Coke Slurpees. I mean, all those ways. It's good shit. So it's not the top of the S, but for me, it's an S. But I get your point, Kois. Maybe it's a B tier. I get it. From a flavor, just a flavor perspective by itself. But I'm looking at the bigger picture here on this one. So Alpha, that McDonald's Coke hits different. I'm talking about fountain drink, McDonald's Coke. You give me 3 of those and I'm ready to fight somebody in the parking lot. Let's go. Sprite, McDonald's Sprite is just drinking straight sugar. All right. I wish I could have had Stardust Cola. All right, Diet Coke. Hey, let's take something that tastes really good and make it really bad. Diet Coke's D. It's ass. We were looking at cans, not fountain dispensers. I'm talking about the overall. I'm talking about everything. We are looking at cans. Well, they can't really do a fountain. They can't do a picture of a fountain drink. Diet Coke Lime. Slightly less ass, still ass. And honestly, the sweetener in Diet Coke is disgusting. But while we're on diet sweeteners, Coke Zero is way closer to regular Coke, and I'm going to put it up here in the B's. I don't do diet sweeteners anymore, but when I did, I drank a lot of Coke Zero, and Cherry Coke Zero and Vanilla Coke Zero. I drank those like water. In fact, I probably drank so many that I fucked up my system. Could have just been logos. You're right. Could have been. Koi's punching back. I like it. Cherry Coke. You know what, Kois? You know what? You win. Coca-Cola, I'm dropping it down a tier. You win. I'm not going B. But I'm putting it down here. Because to your point, when I'm thinking about sodas, if you handed me a can of Barks and a can of Coca-Cola, I'm taking the Barks. You put a Coke above any of these other ones, I'm taking the Coke. Coke versus Mountain Dew, Coke versus Fanta Strawberry, I'm taking the Coke. But I will take an A&W or a Barks over a Coca-Cola. That's fair. So I will drop it down. But then that just means that Vanilla Coke is slightly ahead of it, and Cherry Coke, S tier. S tier. Again, I can't put it above cream soda, but it's so close. Cherry Coke is the shit. Tell me Cherry Coke is not better than regular Coke. And I love Vanilla Coke, but Cherry Coke's even better. Cherry and Vanilla Cokes are A, better than the original for me. Okay, so you have them just down one. Cherry Coke Peak, it's S tier. It is. Toko says no? What do you mean no? Oh, that I took Coke down a notch? I took it down a notch. Koiser had a fair point. And he reminded me of what I've been saying about you put those 2 cans in front of me, which one am I going to choose? That's how I'm ranking all of these. I would take a Jolt over a Big Red. Actually, if I'm tired, I'll take a Jolt over all of these motherfuckers. OG Coke is S. Yeah, but I can't put it above these other ones. If OG Coke is S, then so are these other 3. Pepsi. Now here's where it gets interesting. Pepsi. Where does Pepsi rank versus Coke? If I had Coke as an S tier, where is Pepsi? Mike Moore from Suicidal Tendencies just wanted a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi. And she wouldn't give it to him. Just one Pepsi. If you're handing me a Pepsi, I'm going to give you a side eye look. and then I'm gonna drink it. Barks over original Coke? Yeah, no, for real. Here we go. Peppies. I'm sorry. Pepsi is C tier at best for me. It is. It is a little less carbonated. It's Michael Jackson's soda. I'm just fucking with you. It set Michael Jackson's hair on fire. How could you possibly rate it higher than a C? You monster. For me, tie with Coke at B. I won't turn on either, won't seek them out either. Okay. Okay. Conch and Pepsi. You can make the argument for either one, but that whole Pepsi challenge bullshit, when I was a kid, it was hard to tell the difference. I could tell right now if you put both of those in front of me, you poured them into a couple of things, I would drink one. I can tell you, shadow of a doubt, which one is Coke and which one is Pepsi. 10 times out of 10. I can tell the difference because I've drank so much Coke that I know when I'm drinking a Pepsi. It's kind of like Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb, but we'll get to that in a minute. Conch. How high are you right now, Riz? Diet Pepsi. So on this whole note of Diet Coke being D tier, D minus, then does that make Diet Pepsi an F? No, but it's right behind the Diet Cokes. Like Diet Coke versus Diet Pepsi, they both suck. They both suck. But they're not abominations. They're just a hair above abominations. Diet Pepsi's better than Diet Coke. Okay. Those commercials were ridiculous. There's no way that many people can't tell them apart. Thank you, Kois. Like, back in the 80s, when I was, like, 9 or 10 years old, it was a little tricky to do. And we did that at home, right? We bought a little Coke and a little Pepsi, and we're like, hey, which is it? It was fun to do when you're a kid. When you don't have the internet and you don't have great video games. Yeah, we did that shit. Because I'm fucking old. I've had a week, and it's only... Lemon, it's Wednesday. I will kill. Oh god, Chef's gonna show up at my door with an eye patch and he's gonna beat my ass. He's gonna Shining Wizard me through the back door of my house. Diet Pepsi's at least a C. Huh? On your Tiermaker, maybe. I don't really like dark sodas, except from being root beers. Well then, what do you think about Crystal Pepsi? Because it's been a long time since I've had a Crystal Pepsi, but I'll tell you what, I like it more than regular Pepsi. I do. I'm going to put it a little bit above Ruby Red Squirt. Crystal Pepsi. When I heard they were taking that off the market, I was kind of bummed. Because yeah. Crystal Pepsi actually kind of replaced Coke or Pepsi in our house. And we drank more Pepsi than Coke growing up. But Crystal Pepsi is not that different from regular Pepsi, except it kind of is. They were like, we didn't add any flavor or any coloring to it. I don't think I've ever had Crystal Pepsi when I was a kid. It wasn't allowed to drink a lot of soda. I mean, that work out for you? Because they let me drink pretty much as much soda as I wanted, and I have brain problems. I'm just kidding. I don't. No, but seriously, there's such thing as letting your kid drink too much soda, but there's also such thing as like not letting them have any. Like, let me have one once in a while. That's okay. Wild Cherry Pepsi is basically an attempt at Cherry Coke and a fail. But given a choice between Wild Cherry Pepsi and regular Pepsi, I'm still taking Pepsi. And that's the sad thing about Wild Cherry Pepsi is it's not quite as good as regular Pepsi. For me, I would take vanilla Coke or Cherry Coke over regular Coke. But there's something about Wild Cherry Pepsi, it's right there, but it's not as good as regular Pepsi. And again, I don't hate Pepsi. I know some of y'all like Pepsi over Coke. That's cool. Hey, y'all keeping Pepsi in business, even though they lit Michael Jackson's hair on fire. I get it. It's how you roll. Cherry Pepsi's ass, says Chef. We are on the wrong page on Pepsi tonight, aren't we? You still take a Cherry Coke over a Wild Cherry Pepsi. Thank you, Soma. Thank you. Appreciate that. RC Cola, F tier. Shasta Cola, F minus. Okay, Tab's a little bit better than Shasta. Okay, not F minus, but F. They're both F tier. Who's drinking RC Cola? How is RC Cola still in business? Are they owned by another company that has some mega cash cow that they're just dumping money into RC Cola and they're losing, and they don't care? Like, hey, this is our little vanity project. We've got a cola too, and no one drinks it. And Shasta Cola. That is some Walmart off-brand bullshit. Now I know someone in here is going to come in and say, Shasta, it's technically this and that, and what? Go ahead, no, make the argument. I'm waiting. There was a period when I was broke and briefly had Shasta. There you go. But just get Sam's Choice or Kirkland or whatever. Just drink those. All right, I have 2 left. And Riz has been waiting to see where I would put Dr. Pepper. Now, full disclosure, the Dr. Pepper Museum is in Waco, just about an hour-ish south of me. I've been to it because my partner is a very, very big fan of Dr. Pepper. She doesn't drink it that much anymore because calorie content, sugar content, she's backed off of it. But the way I would choose Coke when there's only like 4 or 5 options, she chooses Dr. Pepper. And I can drink Dr. Pepper and I like it. I don't say that it is as good as a Coke to me, but sometimes you just like a Dr. Pepper versus a Coke. Where does that rank it though? This is tough. Dr. Pepper for me, it's somewhere in here. It's somewhere in here. No, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, it is. It is. Boy, if you gave me a fan of strawberry versus a Dr. Pepper, I'm probably taking the strawberry. But not by much. It's Dr. Pepper. I'm sorry, Riz. Actually, I'm not. I'm totally not sorry. Time to sit back and watch the fireworks. RC Cola is maintained by Keurig Dr. Pepper, based out of Dallas. Thank you, Kois, for looking that up. Dr. Pepper is cherry Coke and root beer. It's not as good as either of those. There's 23 flavors. Dr. Dre told you. Didn't you know that? Mr. Pibb Extra. So my girlfriend would rate Dr. Pepper an S, and she would rate Mr. Pibb Extra an F minus. I'm not quite as passionate about either one. I do like Dr. Pepper. And I can taste the difference. And Mr. Pibb is a knockoff, straight up. And I like the meme of all the knockoff versions of like Dr. whatever, or the ones that there's like 30 different knockoff versions of Dr. Pepper. Mr. Pibb is the most popular knockoff of Dr. Pepper. It's not as good, and by a long shot, but I don't hate it. Just don't tell Melissa that I don't hate Mr. Pibb. Okay? When there's Dr. Pepper, and by the way, she knows when we're at a restaurant and she orders Dr. Pepper and they bring a fountain drink and it's Mr. Pibb, she takes one sip and she's like, "Excuse me, do you have Dr. Pepper on tap?" Yeah, it's Mr. Pibb. And she's like, "Can I have a Coke, please?" Like, she's trying really hard not to be rude, but it's like the one thing that a waiter can do to make her mad is to think that Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb are the same thing. She gets triggered. It's so fucking funny. Like, it makes me laugh. And I can tell the taste difference, but just barely. Well, okay, a little bit more than just barely. But just the fact that it even exists as a knockoff, just Dr. Pepper. I'm going to put it down as a C. But honestly, if you poured me a Mr. Pibb, I can tell the difference just a tiny bit. But if you show me cans, I'm not, I can't even rate it above the, yeah, I'll put it low C. I don't have any real opinion about Mr. Pibb. I just don't. Barbecue water is what Chef calls it. I'd put Dr. Pepper behind Barks. I take a root beer first, but Dr. Pepper's a standard in the house growing up. Be my dad's go-to. All right, okay. All right. Pibb is horrible. There you go. See, I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't like it. And people who really like Dr. Pepper really detest Mr. Pibb. It's funny. You get people who really love Coca-Cola, but they don't get offended if you give them a Pepsi. She gets like offended. It's great. Went from 20 tip to 50% tip. I don't think I've had Pip. Really? Even a Mr. Pip? That's odd. All right, so that's the list. This is my Tiermaker of sodas. Maybe a little controversial, but honestly, it's my list. I want to see your list, okay? Go get it. Top 45 soda pops tier list. There's not 45 on this list, though. They must have taken some off. Diet Coke is terrible. Tab can just go to hell. Ginger ale, Fresca, get that shit out of here. All right? Give me sugar. Give me cherry Coke. Oh my God, I would drink a cherry Coke right now. I'd be up until 4 in the morning. I'd drink it. Give me a cream soda over all of it. And there are other brands of cream sodas, like artisan sodas. There's a Modern Market. It's a restaurant here, and they have a couple of like artisan sodas. There's a burger place here too that does some artisan sodas, like local. And I'm like, I guess I'll get a Coke or whatever. Artisan cream soda, like I'm like knocking people over to get it. It's a thing. But cream soda is something I don't drink that often. But when I do, I could drink like 3 glasses of it. I just love it. I love it so much. Much controversy. I don't really drink dark sodas and never sought it out. Well, okay. I mean, that's fair. Pepsi's a closer equivalent to Coke than Pibb is to Dr. Pepper. And I disagree on that. I have, for my taste buds, I can tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi way more than I can Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb. It's a little harder for me to tell the difference between those two. I can tell you the difference between Coke and Pepsi, no problem. But like I said, I've drank a lot. I've drank a lot of both. Like when I lived with my dad, he was Pepsi only, and he did not like Coke. He's like, it's too carbonated for me. It's like, and I hear what he's saying. I do. Wild Bill's got some good colas. I never had Wild Bill's. Okay, so that was my Tiermaker, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for contributing in chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, what's your favorite on this list? And which one do you hate the most? Throw the comment in the chat. I want to see what you think. But that's it. Another Tiermaker in the books. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Trying to grow the YouTube channel slowly but surely. Bye.